What's going on, everyone? Silver back with another video for the Under the Scope podcast. So I hope you guys are ready to go. You have your snacks, you have your drinks, because we got a special guest tonight at Big Will 82. That is right. This is someone that I've also met in the community. He has served in the military as well, and he is a great individual. We've been, playing on and off now for a bit, and like I said, I'm trying to bring more attention to all these people in the community and allowing them to tell us their story. So if you guys have listened to the previous 3 episodes of Under the Scope podcast, you guys will know that we really ask them the right questions so that you guys know who are behind the gamer tags. If you guys want to be part of this podcast, make sure that you guys hit !Discord, join our Discord, and then or message Fez and let her know what your availability looks like, and she could fit you in our schedule as well. It looks like we are filling up. We have a few weeks worth of interviews coming up. We are going to be doing these interviews on Mondays and Fridays around 5 PST. This one's a little earlier. And again, we do accommodate based on your schedule as well. I hope you guys enjoy this interview. And without further ado, let me go ahead and bring in the man of the hour, Mr. Big Will 82. Hey, what's going on, Big Will?
What's up?
How's it going, man?
Everything's good. How you doing?
Doing well. We got Fez already in the chat. We got Chris in the chat. So, you know, we're starting to get some people in here in the chat. So hopefully we get some good questions. The quest here is to be able to tell your story and tell them, you know, a little bit about yourself, and also so they could know who is behind Big Will 82. Again, I know a lot of us play with different individuals, or we see different individuals, maybe a TikTok video, YouTube short, or YouTube video, or maybe we just scroll down and saw your stream. Again, this is why we created this podcast, is to tell your story. Without further ado, Big Will, if you'd like to tell us where the name Big Will 82 came from to get this going.
All right. Well, the name Big Will 82 came from just me. My name, my real name is Will, and honestly, I'm a guy that likes to go to the gym. I haven't been in a few weeks because I've been enjoying that, you know, that retired military life a little bit too much, you know. So, and my birth year, obviously, is 82. So I just put it together. You know, a lot of people are, you know, always afraid to put their age inside of, you know, things. So they're like, I don't want to tell people my age, but you know, I'm gonna say this, right?
Yep.
I'm 40 years old and I'm a beautiful MFer. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I know what you're saying. Hey, well, first of all, man, thanks for your service. Now, you just retired. You're 40. So how long did you serve?
So I served for 20 years.
Okay. All right. So deployed and everything?
Yeah, I've got 3 deployments under my belt, and, you know, just living life now.
Hey, man, that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Good for you, man. Good for you. So why gaming? How did you start gaming, first of all?
So I actually started gaming when I was a kid, like as a young kid. Like the first thing I think I remember, I seen one of my cousins playing something, like it was like Atari, and I was really young, and I wanted one. And my mom and dad, you know, they did whatever they had to do to get me an Atari, and I've been playing ever since then. This Atari came out in the 80s, I think. I can't exactly remember.
It did.
And
well,
I was
actually
literally
before the 80s, man. But, you know, we're not going to age yourself. Hey.
So I was with my one little joystick with the one button. I think it was the game Tanks. I don't know if, you know, if that might be too old for some of you youngins, you know, but I had the one button with the one joystick playing the game, and I was just like playing, and I was loving it, man. And I went from Atari to Nintendo to Sega Genesis, and, you know, from Sega Genesis to PlayStation, and it just went from there, you know. And while I was, you know, you have to grow up sometime and, you know, join the military, and I still was gaming through the military. I was on Xbox and stuff like that. And now that I'm retired, you know, you can't just, you know, like, you know, almost 40 years of gaming, you can't just give that up, man. I'm telling you right now, this is like when I game, this is my me time, you know. When I'm done with the gym and stuff like that, I just have to jump on, play a little Apex, play some Call of Duty, play, you know what I'm saying, whatever my friends are playing, and just have a good time, you know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So you mentioned something about, you know, obviously a lot of keywords in here, the military. Now you're done. We got Marty McFly, obviously asking over on YouTube, why the military and what made you choose the military as a career.
So, Marty, I have two people that I look up to, right? My grandfather on my dad's side, he was Navy, and my dad, he was a policeman. So my whole thing is to be like two of the people that brought me up and made me who I am, So I was like, okay, I want to be like these guys. So what am I going to do with my life? So, and that's where the military came in because I can't be Navy and I can't be policeman. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be military policeman somewhere, And it was, with that name, it comes up with either the Marines or the Army. So I was like, you know what? I have two uncles that are in Marines, and I was just like, man, I am not going to be like these guys because I'm not. No disrespect to nobody in the Marines, but those guys, those guys, they
I
give me
know.
shit all the
Trust me.
time.
Trust me. I know.
But so I joined the army and I was going to do it for 5 years and get out. So, and then you know what? I'm gonna just say the army was good to me. There was some
Yeah.
stuff going on, but it still was good to me in the long run. So I decided to stay in for 20 years, and honestly, I think it was the best decision of my life.
Chris says, thank you for your service. McFly says, it's a great choice. Jarheads. That's what he's saying. Oh, man. This guy watched too many movies. But, Fez is asking, what got you into Apex?
So I always played a lot of FPS games, and honestly, I was always playing Call of Duty. Call of Duty was my number one, and I just got tired of the cameras, So I kind of once I switched over from Call of Duty, I played Apex a lot,
Okay.
and honestly, Apex started. I didn't really like Apex at first, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But then after playing it for a while, it kind of dawned on me. Then I kind of converted over to Apex a little more and kind of pushed Call of Duty to the side. So here we are, Apex,
Yeah.
and I started getting good at it. So
I played it once in a while. I'm not gonna lie, Will. I have played it, but not religiously like I was in the past. So it's a great game. Don't get me wrong. I just lost all my stuff that I had gotten before. So that did it for me.
I'll be honest with you, it was the same for me. Like I switched from I think it was season 6 when I switched from Xbox to PC, and I lost all my stuff. But I continue playing it because honestly, it was to me, it's still a fun game. And like right now, if I switch over to my Xbox, I still got heirlooms and stuff sitting there and stuff. I'm
Yep.
just waiting for them to merge the accounts or whatever, or doing whatever they call it, cross progression, and so I can get all my stuff back. They're working on it, but
Well,
here
if
we
they
are.
do that, then I'll go because I have a lot of heirlooms as well. Coffee Racer, thanks for great stories, man. Yeah, I mean, when you're in your 40s, you come up with some great stories. I'll tell you that much. So, but no, if they did that, man, I would definitely try it again because then I got all my Gibraltar stuff back, and I had so many legendary things, man, and that I worked for in the beginning, that you can't get anymore, and
Yep.
it's like, nah, man, what? And Fez is asking, Will, are we going to be seeing more streams for COD?
So on that note, I'm gonna just say this: if I don't want. I can see like with Apex, I can play Apex by myself. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But with COD, it's better with friends because out of that proximity chat, I can't do it. Because because I'm a streamer, I have to mute people. So I'll literally be sitting there talking to myself. And
Yeah.
I would like to play with more friends. So if my friends come at me and say, "Hey, Will, let's play some COD," it'll turn into a COD stream. I can't play COD by myself. Not yet.
Well, I will tell you that I am trying to stream earlier, and that's something that Fez and I talked about even with Skitty. So I know if our schedules correlate, we can definitely jump into some games because I'm also trying to play during the morning because I will be getting busier in the afternoon now with the academy that's happening. And so because of that, my streams will be earlier. So, hey, man, if you're ever on early, need someone, let me know. I'm there.
I'm right here, man. I'm
All right.
always down to play some.
So, military background, where Big Will 82 came from. What else can you tell us about Big Will 82? What should people know?
So I was born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. A lot of people know that because I'm a big old NFL football Saints fan, So, I was raised up in, in a poor neighborhood and stuff like that. And honestly, that's why I always tell people, the military will help you out a lot. I'm not saying the military will make you rich or anything like that, but it will straighten you out to get you back into to mind frame of life, because a lot of people come up from those type of neighborhoods and they think that's all the world is about. It's not. The military will help you out a lot. It will make you see things in a better light.
Yeah.
Um, all I can say is I just like gaming. I like Apex, Call of Duty, stuff like that. And that's about it.
I
And guys, if you ever get a chance to come down to Louisiana and party, feel free to, but just be careful. That's all I'm telling you.
so Fez is asking, what is your favorite snack?
Every snack there is, I just like to eat.
All right, there
I'm
you
gonna
go.
stop. I'm gonna stop, man. So I like, me personally, I like chips. Anything with chips, like spicy chips. That's my favorite snack.
Will,
Hmm?
single, married,
I am
kids?
single,
All
no
right.
kids.
Ooh, there you go, ladies. You hearing that? Are you a beer or liquor man?
I'm a beer man. A lot of people know that I drink beer all day, and a lot of people, there's a few people in here that know me. So I'm gonna say this. There's this certain beer, right? I don't mind beer at all, but like lately I've been drinking, there's here in Georgia, there's this pickled beer. And it's so good, man. It's just good. I don't know what it is. It's just, it sits in the stomach just right and it doesn't give you any hangovers and like that. It seems like you can drink it for years. It's just so great.
Now, are you more of a traditional, beer guy, or you like going into distilleries that have like, because there's a lot of distilleries that offer in town only, right? Just
Yeah.
at their distillery. Are you that guy that likes to try new things, or is it just you got your go-to beer?
I like to try different things because during my years in the military, I was stationed in Germany for a couple of years, and like I'm gonna say this, guys. I know that the military helped me travel a lot, but guys, if you have a chance to visit Germany, please visit Germany because
Okay.
Germany is like the beer capital of the world, and oh my God, you know, if I can take German beer to the grave with me, I would. The
Really?
beer is so good. But the only
Oh,
catch about the German beer is now
yeah.
it's like twice the percentage of American beer, so it's a lot stronger. So you might have, American beer, you might have like a 6 pack, and you might feel a little tipsy. You drink a 6 pack of German beer, yeah,
Yep.
you're gonna stand up and sit right back down. I'm telling you that right now.
What is the one place? So I know you love Germany, but what is the one place you would recommend, or is it just Germany? Is it? It's like
Well, I'm gonna say this: Germany was it, but one place that I kind of stayed pretty much into is called in like if you go there and you speak English and the old Germans will know they'll be like, "Where's Nuremberg?" They'll tell you what Nuremberg is, but it's like in German it's pronounced Nürnberg. It
Nambia.
has that little fling to it, but it's called Nuremberg. And honestly, it was a place where I'm gonna say this: I met most of my friends, and like we would just have a good time, go see things and the Nuremberg Fest and all this stuff. And they have like in Nuremberg they have the beer fest and I was just have a good time, and the Germans we wearing I forgot what the name of it is. They be wearing their certain German cloth the females will be wearing, and it's like
Yep.
they got beer and food and so like I can't you can't get mad, it's just a great time.
Beer Fest, man. As we got Oktoberfest, right? So
Hey, exactly.
yeah, nah, man. So let me ask you: you stream, right? You
Mhm.
put videos up. What is it that Big Will wants to accomplish?
So obviously, like every streamer, Big Will wants to accomplish, making partner. But the thing is, it's like I also want to accomplish, getting people together, like because I just think that right now the world is kind of broken up, into a million different pieces and have many different, mind frames on things and ways to think and stuff like this. Me, I'm a streamer. I just want to meet other streamers, get together with other streamers, help streamers meet other streamers, drink, beer, have a good ass time, and just have some fun.
Yeah,
So,
that's that's bottom line. I think somewhere along the line, the gaming community has lost itself. And then I know that the gaming community goes along with the big changes that happen within the community. And I will say back in 2015 when Call of Duty, because it is a big franchise name, when it went from Xbox to PlayStation, they changed the age limit. So nobody before, I don't know if you ever followed it, but there used to be big competitions where there was 10-year-old team, 10-year-olds in a team that used to beat Optics, the world. And when they went to 18 and over, all that community that put in years of work were gone.
You know,
And so they changed the way people's perception was of gaming and everything until kind of Fortnite really changed things again. But even so, like there's really no competitions. Everything's to the big influencers. And so there's really no community anything, if you will. And so having that mentality, I say, Will, it's a really plus, because the more individuals that we have like you that are trying to bring communities together, the more it's going to be worthwhile, and the more it'll help actually, get the community back where we used to be, or even better. There's still ways to go, man. I will tell you, and I won't get into the politics of things, but I've been in this industry for 20 years and I've seen a lot. And the one thing that hasn't changed is the discrimination that happens within the esports industry, not the gaming industry, the esports industry. And so there's a lot of changes that can happen. And that goes with anyone. In this industry is crazy because it's just like any other. People say, oh no, the gaming industry and the esports industry is very different. It's not. It's really the same as who you know, not what you know, And so it adds to that. So I'm really happy when I talk to individuals such as yourself that I hear what they're trying to accomplish, and the one thing I will say that you see across the board is the bigger these influencers get, they forget about who helped them get there. And that's the number one problem that I see. They bunch everyone together into the same group of individuals when they don't remember their day ones, right? And that's really where it's at. And I think that's the other opportunity that as you continue to grow, Will, I think is, the people that helped you get there, the community that you build for yourself and for others to be able to, accomplish that milestone, and I always tell people the more we continue to interview people, the more this channel will grow, and the more, recognition and, it'll bring to you as an influencer, as a streamer, and people get to know who Big Will is, So what's your advice for streamers who just started? A question from Coffee Racer 1985.
So my advice would be to, don't expect to blow up, at day one. It's gonna take time. I've been streaming for almost 2 years now. There's people who've done it less than 8 months. There's people who've done it in like 3 months. But you just got to keep pushing. Reach out to people, make contacts, make connections. You know what I'm saying? Don't be lazy with it. Like talk to people. I would say treat other streamers as your friends. It doesn't matter if they average 5 viewers or 1,000 viewers. Talk to them, like make connections. Like don't just sit there and be like, oh, well, I'm not going to talk to this person because of this. Nah, talk to people, meet people, like do things like, with you and your podcast. I think this is great, man. Like make connections.
Yeah.
That way, like, hey, you never know. Like now, like we just made a connection right here. You say you're going to start streaming early. I'm going to start try to play Call of Duty more with more people, so it's stuff like this, so, and one thing is people, they may see like for maybe a 2 week straight, they may see that 1 viewer average and they just stop. You got to keep pushing. Don't stop. Keep going. Don't be worried about how you look on stream. Turn your camera off if you have to, but just keep streaming, make friends, keep it positive.
All right. Great advice. Chris says, I'm guessing you're a Saints fan.
Oh, yes, sir. I am a Saints fan, Chris. Who that nation? All day, baby. All day.
Fez is asking if you're ever transitioned from controller to keyboard and mouse.
So at one point I did kind of, but I'm going to just say this. When you transition, you might want to play a game that it will fit your need, because transitioning from Apex from controller to keyboard and mouse is not going to help you, because you should do a game that's a little bit slower or something like that, because honestly, Apex is not the game to do it. And that's what I did. I was doing it for 3 weeks straight keyboard and mouse. And I'll be honest with you, I was getting my butt kicked and it really annoyed me. And I was like, you know what? F this. I'm getting right back on my sticks. And I started handing the kids the belt, you know what I'm saying? And putting them in bed. And that was it. I'm like, so I'm staying with my controller.
Will, anything else you like our audience to know about you, or any other words of wisdom and advice that you can give them on progressing, not only getting started, but progressing into that next level?
As far as streaming goes, and just playing games in general, guys, just like if things in life are going to get hard, you just have to keep pushing. No, that's one of the main things I can tell you, because it sucks, right? It always looks bad when people are doing better than you and stuff like that. But what I do is I push that out of the way. I keep going. I keep going at my own pace, and I know it's going to be a lot slower than everybody else's. So, but the thing is, you got to keep in mind what's your goals, what's your intentions, what you're doing. Is what you're doing working? If not, you got to revamp it. If people are getting partner, how are they getting partner? Like, hey, maybe you're doing something wrong, but hey, don't worry about that. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? Keep it up. My thing is try to appease to your community, stuff like that. Try to make things to do them to get them coming back to you. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, you got to understand, you like turn everything around. You as the viewer, what do you like seeing? What do you like seeing for streamers? You know what I'm saying? Like giveaways, stuff like that. Community nights. You know, what about like if they play Apex? What about what community days where you play just Apex with the community? Or you never know, switch it up. Hey, these guys, like, everybody's like playing games. What about Fall Guys? So a thing where you all play together, play Fall Guys. And that's what I do with my community. We all play Fall Guys, have a good time. We turn on our Discord, show our cameras. We're not streaming, but we turn on our cameras. We do shots with each other. You know what I'm saying? Just laughing, having a good time.
Yeah.
Because most of us, we suck at Fall Guys, but we play just for fun because it's a good time, man. It's a really, really good time, and like we're like, oh man, he's cheating. Oh, we just joking though, but it's
Yeah.
it's just something like that to get things popping off, because that has the community like you. Even though they come into your stream the next day and be like, hey, Will, when we doing another community night, man, that was fun. Stuff like that to get to bring more people into your community. And what I'm saying, even with my community, it's not just hey, what's all about Will. My community, we link up with each other, and like they talk to each other, they arrange things, they like meet, link up with each other, and make and broaden their community. So it's like, it's not my community, it's just not my community. It's them actually linking up with each other and making friends and stuff like that. So
Hey,
just keep
man.
pushing, guys. Like, think outside the box, do stuff like that, and I guarantee you, I promise you, within about a couple of months, you'll be partner, or you will. Now, if your partner not your goal, then I promise you, you will achieve your goal.
I agree. We will keep pushing. That's right, Fez. We will. And I think those are great, examples that you've provided on how to, engage the community, keep them engaged. The hardest thing that I've told people is that, and Chris says awesome advice. Thank you. I really needed to know that. I think the hardest thing that I tell people is that there's two things to streamers and your viewers. The easiest thing is to get your viewers to come into the chat, right? The hardest thing is to keep them. And that's what you just spoke about, of how to keep them engaged, to want to keep coming back, want to keep coming engaged, because when they could scroll and they'll see your stuff that you're doing, what you're playing, but if they don't see enough that is for them to come back again or even stay that first time, then yeah, you just, you got to change something. And I agree with you, Will. So great advice. You guys, take it, do what as you please. This is free advice from Will. Normally he charges quite a bit an hour. So, but I just want it's reality. It really is, trust me, I will. All right. Well, there you go. So now, but all right, well, listen, man, I won't take more of your time. Thank you so much for accepting to be on the podcast. We really appreciate it. One last question for you before we let you go, Will. Where can people find you?
Or can people find me? You can find me. My Discord, my Twitch. As y'all can see, Big Will 82 is my Twitch. Big Will 825. They wouldn't let me get 82 for my Twitter, so it's at Big Will 825 on my Twitter. I also have a YouTube. It's Big Will 82 Gaming. So, guys,
right.
if you need to find me, it's easy. Like I said, easiest place to find me, my Discord.
All right, Will. Well, thank you so much, man, for coming on. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much,
problem.
man. All right. See you, bud.
Later.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, there is a lot of great people out there. I'm sure a lot of you, Coffee Racer, Cosmic Chris, if you guys want to come and tell your story, by all means, make sure you guys hit up Fez. She'll book you on the calendar so we could bring you guys on as well. There's a lot of incredible stories out there. I'm actually really enjoying doing these podcasts. So there's a lot to be said about individuals. So many great individuals out here that we really don't know, right? We don't know anyone. And so this allows people to, kind of like I always tell people, it gives them an outlet. That's why Under the Scope podcast was created, was to give an outlet for people to tell their stories, who they are, why the gamer tag, right? Honestly, I will tell you, I've met people that don't even know people's names. All they know is their gamer tags, and they've known them and played for years. And so that's one of the things that I want to change. I want people to know who is behind. So when they come across Big Will 82, or Coffee Racer 1985 or Fez, they know exactly who is the person behind the gamer tag. And that's what we're all about here. So we're on a quest to tell your story. And so for you guys to be able to hear their stories as well. So with that said, thank you so much, for everyone tuning in. I appreciate you guys stopping by. But thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. And we'll see you on the next episode of Under the Scope podcast.